You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count all the rings, stuff. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here revealing, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Deep be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm painting. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And looked like someone got going a little early. And that'll back them up even closer to their goal line to start this drive. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to work. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And with a play clock about to expire, Mike McCarthy's going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Now here's Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Daxton Hill picks it off. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. It's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift of momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize, put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
On first down, Mahomes. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play fake. Mahomes. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. The Cowboys in a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too.
Touchdown! Mike Evans with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go now. Opposite. Green. Check. Smash. Set. Go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some space here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
7-7, our score after one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, Lance. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Cole Kmet, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now the touchback's coming back to the 25 instead of the 20. When guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0. Then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Russell. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance looking middle, and that's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cole Kmet in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Patterson now for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Mahomes now on 1st down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Final shot before the half for Mahomes. He's got a man complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Lance going to throw.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield, and he's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
Lance going to sneak it. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Up. Three yards as he's taken down at the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They go play action. Now Mahomes. This is caught by Evans. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take this down to the 33.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyler Beatty, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Lance. A throw left side taken in by Komet. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Off of play action, here's Lance. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo. Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of... He's got a man, complete! And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Down.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Kayvon Thibodeau able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out. And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
131 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Let's go now. Ball red. Cluster, 6.
On 1st down, Lance. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 2nd down, here's an option right. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a third down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Hey, no steal.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And some room to roam now.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it, it's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
On the set.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
Touchdown Dolphins from 8 yards out.
And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here this 4th quarter.
He's going to let it fly.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third.
From the gun, it's Lance.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the fourth quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Dolphins, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they taste defeat for the first